Hi, Carrie here today. I want to show you some really cool ways to achieve the sepia color with your rubber stamps with using some ordinary household supplies that you probably have laying around. You've probably done some of these before, but just in case you haven't, some easy ones you can do are tea bag. This produces one of the lightest shades of brown or sepia tone that you can get. Depending on the type of tea you use, you can get warm tones. This one's a mint, so it's got a little bit of a green tone to it as well. You can also use coffee. The fun thing about coffee is you can actually just take the grounds and rub it right on the paper. Or you can take your coffee in your coffee filter after it's done being brewed and rub that right on your paper as well. You can speed up the drying time of both of those by giving it a quick little blast with your heat tool. Two pretty different looks there. My tea is still really wet. You can see that green undertone coming out in it. Black tea would work the best to get that nice dark sepia tone. Another one of my very favorite things to use are walnut ink crystals. And walnut ink crystals, I like to get them in the powdered form. But they dissolve with water. So you can do this a couple of different ways. You can spray your paper and sprinkle them on, let them dissolve. You can also mix them up in a mason jar so they're liquid and brush it on with a paintbrush. The more water you use, the more diluted the brown will be, and if you leave those chunks, it'll dry kind of really dark and grungy. It has that perfect brown. I'm going to blast it with my heat tool real quick. The walnut ink really does leave such a nice, perfect shade of brown. One way you can use your rubber stamps to get a sepia look is actually to stamp with lemon juice. So I've got some lemon here, and I'm just gonna, this is a foam blending tool, and I just squeeze the lemon juice right on there until it's real wet. See if I can kind of get it to soak into the pad a little bit more. And then I'm going to ink up my stamp with that. This is a leaf stamp that we have from Paper Wings. I'm just going to stamp that a couple times on my paper. Now the really cool thing about lemon juice on paper is that with heat from your heat tool, or in olden times it was from a candle, it'll burn and leave a very burned look on your paper. So you do have to be careful doing this, because you do want to take the lemon juice to the point where it is burning. So use caution. It takes a minute to heat that to the point where it is burning the paper. My leaf's starting to come out there. Hope you can see that. This isn't something you would want to do with like a focal image, but it sure does make a really nice natural background. I've got that leaf appearing pretty nicely. I kind of moved my heat tool over to where I stamped it twice. As you can see, let me hold that a little closer. You can see that leaf is really starting to come out nicely. I'm going to stamp that a couple more times. Make this a background. My coffee grounds got everywhere. See if we can move that light a little closer too. Alright, I'm going to heat it again. The wetter the lemon juice is, the darker the stamped image is going to be on the paper when heated. They said that this used to be a way of sending somebody a secret message. They would take their pen, dip it in lemon juice, write the message, and then it looked like a regular blank piece of paper, and then when they heated it with the candle, the hidden message was revealed. It's pretty cool. So there's my stamped images. Again, just a really great shade of sepia with natural materials that you probably have laying around your kitchen. So I'm going to make some cards up with you, with these for you, and I'll show them on my blog. And thank you for joining me today. Hope you liked this technique.